Guys, Goji here. So I'm here at the Esports and Gaming Summit 2022 at SMX Convention Center. So Goji here is a media guest. So I'll be providing with you some coverage of the booths here, and maybe I'll talk to some exhibitors here regarding their products and what does ESGS mean to them. So let's transition to some shots of the event. So here we are, as I said, the fighting stage over at ESGS. So games like Street Fighter, Tekken are held here. So if the finals and some streamable events are being played at that booth, so you can see the players there, and the live video stream is being displayed there. So fun fact, Goji is a Tekken player too, so I main Lily. So yeah, I plan to join the tournament here, so you can see the players duking it out at the different stations there. So you can see Tekken and Street Fighter being played there. So I plan to compete at the tournament because I'm a very knowledgeable Lily main, but I only got to attend the day 3 of the ESGS, so this tournament started at day 1. So yeah, so that's it. That's the fighting games area of the ESGS 2022.
Tawag ni Goji. Dito. Tawag ka.
the main stage at the ESGS where the main events are being held at. So you can see the giant LED stage, and I think some of the bigger tournaments are held here. I don't know. I don't exactly know what games are in tournament here, but I'm guessing like MOBA games like LOL, Dota, and the fighting stage, which features a Persona, Tekken and Street Fighters are located over there. So we'll get to take a look at that. So yeah. Over at my back, we can also see some merchant booths that are selling some items and other goodies that are related to games. So you can see some anime stickers over there, and some t-shirts, and yeah. So you can see some of the booths over here, this area.
Sir, ang demo switches namin. 1.5 sir yung boards namin for the bare bones version. Ito po. With silicone dampeners, tapos preload na build stacks niya. Perfect for people builders.
Hello guys, so we're here at the Sega booth over at ESGS. So you can see the two main headliners at this booth, which is the incoming Sonic Frontiers and Persona 5 Royal. So there's a lot of game demos that are to be tried in this booth. So there's monitors up in the front, and there are different, the visitors are allowed to play demos of Sonic Frontier and Persona 5 in different consoles such as the Switch, PS4, and the PS5. Yeah, I'll be going to try out the Sonic Frontiers demo over at this monitor over here that is reserved for the press. Yeah, hello guys, I just finished playing Sonic Frontiers at the Sega booth here at the ESGS. So I just took a seat here because of the amount of people and the amount of standing that needs to be. So I got some freebies up here from Sega themselves, and some press kits that are included for the Sonic Frontier. So my first-hand experience of the Sonic Frontiers game was for the it's to note that it's for the Nintendo Switch. So the version that I played is designed is for the Nintendo Switch release. So for the graphics, so I don't know if that's what will come for the final release of the Frontiers, but it kind of looked rough, to be honest. So it's what you expect from downgraded visuals from a triple A release game that then was downgraded to a Nintendo Switch release. So I saw the PS5 gameplay beside me, and it was like miles better than what we see graphically from the Nintendo Switch. But for the frame rate, I think it's about the it's as smooth as the PS5, but the PS5 version I think is at 60 frames per second, and the Nintendo Switch is at 30 FPS. So I experienced almost no lags or frame drops in my gameplay, and I would say it was interesting. The gameplay was very interesting, though I don't know if that the level that I played will be the same, would have the same theme as the rest of the world, because it looked like it followed a very rainy theme, rainy cliff theme, in terms of the setting of the first few minutes that I played. So the aesthetic of the game was nice. It's a nice break from the usual very vibrant and colorful setting of the Sonic games. But uh, I would say it the like obstacles and other enhancements to the setting that was put that was placed in the setting of the game was kind of off-putting, because it had like a mechanical or futuristic theme to it, yet the setting was in a very relaxed and very nature-like setting. So it's kind of off-putting that uh, two uh, those two themes were placed in the same type of gameplay or setting. So I think it could be improved, but I think that a combination of visual themes would be more appropriate if it was in a different setting. The one I that the setting that I played in it was kind of awkward to see both of those themes interconnected with each other. So with the gameplay, it's as Sonic as it gets. So if you played other 3D Sonic releases out there, so it feels very similar to it. So uh, it is to note that there's two gameplay modes that you can choose in Sonic Frontier. So there's a normal mode, or I think it was called normal mode, for a slower paced gameplay that would entice you to appreciate the story more than the gameplay. So, and there's another mode which is called the high speed mode. So if you're used to the typical Sonic experience, 3D experience, which is a breakneck, fast-paced gameplay, so you go for that high-speed mode. I tried the high-speed mode because it's the mode or the type of pacing that I'm used to when I'm playing Sonic games, and I think it truly stayed true to that formula. I haven't tried the normal mode, so I couldn't say what my review or what my opinion of a slower paced Sonic game is. So yeah, for the UI, so the UI is as simple as it gets. So it doesn't feel like Zelda or other games out there that's the UI is very integrated into the game. So the UI of Sonic Frontiers is very minimalistic and very modern, as I can say. So there's like only a speed. There's only two, as far as I remember. There's two HUD items up there. So on the lower left, there's like skills and abilities, and on the lower right, there's like a. It was weird to see at first, but it was like a speedometer. So the faster Sonic runs in the game, so it would speed like a speedometer that you see in cars. So it would speed up as Sonic speeds up in running. So for the controls, I think it's well thought out of. So the layouting of the buttons are very similar to the past 3D Sonic games. So the X or B, or yeah, B button for B button. I think B, but the X button in PlayStation controller. So it's a double tap for double jumps, and it's a typical adventure game type of control layout. The one thing that I found kind of awkward was the parry system because you have to hold L and R, and I I I may have misinterpreted the combat system, but you only have to hold L and R so that it could like Sonic could like auto parry attacks and uh, enter like a Bayonetta or a BOTW patented slow time combos, so that would allow you to freely attack the enemy in a slower time in without you being impeded by that slower time. So yeah, that's the only gripe about the controls that I have. So that's my first impressions of the Sonic Frontiers game that I have demoed at the Sega booth. So if if it were to me, if you'll ask me that I'll buy the game after playing the demo, I would sit at the middle of it. I'm not sure if I would buy it, or I'm not sure that I should avoid it, because I think it has potential. It has the first stages had definite potential, but it still feels rough. So I would I would buy the game to see what the adventure or what the story would where the story would take me. But as of what I played right now, it still feels kinda eh. It's not that mold breaking or revolutionary for Sonic. So I think the open world system, the open spaces are new to Sonic, but the gameplay, it's as Sonic as Sonic gets. So there's nothing groundbreaking out there. Yeah, that's my first impressions of the Sonic Frontiers game that I played here at ESGS 2022. That about wraps our coverage of the ESGS 2022 here at the SMX Convention Center. So overall, the event was fun. So there was many exhibitors who really showcase their products like ROG and Predator. So they're the most they're the biggest exhibitors at the event, and of course the smaller shops. And in the I also appreciated the indie support that ESGS showed, especially to different colleges here in the Philippines that develops games for to carry the pride of our country in terms of game development. So that's a huge plus for the event, and also the inclusion of fighting games. So usually fighting games aren't represented that much here in the Philippines, so it's a big plus that games like Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball Evolution were featured in the SGS. So overall, it was fun. It was tiring because usually there's a lot of people inside during the event, because this is the very first ESGS comeback since the pandemic started. So it's natural that many people had come by to the convention for this event. So yeah, overall I can say that this event was a huge success. So I'm wishing that I can cover the ESGS again as a media guest next year. So hoping for that. So yeah, goodbye and thank you. Goji out.